Mr. Himanshu Kapania is on the line. We have the markets ready to start, but let's take in that first initial thought from Mr. Kapania before we start the markets. Mr. Kapania, 30 seconds to market open. But firstly, a quick summary. We understand Idea will get about 4,000 crores from this deal. We'll talk about the results as well. But you stand to get about 4,000 crores from the tower deal?
Vodafone and Idea have separately agreed to sell their respective standalone tower business to ATC Telecommunication Infrastructure Private Limited for an aggregate enterprise value of rupees 7,850 crores. In case the Idea Vodafone conclusion of this deal happens before Idea Vodafone merger, then Idea separately will get 4,000 crores. On an overall valuation, we are extremely pleased with the valuation because besides 4,000 crore, we are also our joint tenancies of Idea on Vodafone towers and vice versa of approximately 6,300 will then consolidate into a single tenancy over a staggered period of 2 years, and there will be no exit penalties that needs to be paid on that. So given this, our expected multiplier is in excess of 13.5 on a pro forma EBITDA post tenancy consolidation.
Mr. Kapania, may I please request you to stay on for just a moment longer? The equity markets have started trading. Just a quick check on what the markets are showing before we get back to this interaction. Request you to just stay on for a moment. Quickly get in 3 or 4 names. Axis Bank is the big mover, 3% higher. Idea Cellular is amongst the stocks in focus today. Let's bring up Idea Cellular as well at about 1.5% higher. So it's a good start for Idea Cellular, and we'll continue our chat with the management in just moments from now. Let's bring up 2 or 3 other names and maybe the heat map just to show you what the Nifty is doing before we get back to our conversation with Mr. Kapania. And the Nifty heat map should come up on your screen. A fair bit of green. Axis and M&M amongst the top gainers. SBI continues to gain, and Larsen and Toubro is amongst the losers. Before we move on to the mid caps, just carry forward our conversation with Mr. Kapania. Mr. Kapania, so would this imply that you will bring down your debt by the proportionate amount that you are receiving?
So, as you are aware, the tower assets was a non-strategic asset, and while the mobility company's focus is to expand its 4G coverage, we over the last 2 years have been aggressively investing in the 4G, and this strengthening of our balance sheet will allow us to be able to further expand our 4G coverage. This announcement of tower sale is being part of our initial announcement that we done at the time of merger announcement that we will take necessary steps to strengthen the balance sheet, and this is first of the various announcements on this for the same.
Okay, Samit, over to you.
Kapani, you also have one more asset, that is your stake in Indus Towers. By when do you expect that deal to complete?
So there is nothing to announce at this point of time. What we are announcing today is our closure of our agreement with ATC, and that is currently in focus.
And post this completion, what will be the debt to equity of debt to EBITDA of the merged entity? By how much will you bring down the debt to EBITDA level?
So I think it's a very moving target. The markets are currently volatile, and the industry is undergoing a significant change from financial stress position to market repair at this point of time. So I would not hazard a guess. It is premature to hazard a guess because we are expecting the market repair to start happening as industry consolidates from here.
Mr. Kapania, my question was on debt to EBITDA level. At what level will your debt to EBITDA be after this deal? So
the reason why I was not giving a definite figure is because we're going through, as you see, our quarterly results has also been announced. There continues to be rate fall both on the voice and data side, and we're expecting recovery to happen in the future quarters as the overall industry consolidates. So our debt has been falling over the last 1 year, and we are hopeful going forward after 1 or 2 quarters of impact of IUC is over for recovery of debt. So it will be unfair while our overall debt levels remains steady, as EBITDA has been falling, it's unfair to be able to look at that ratio at this point of time.
On interconnect usage charges, what will be the impact of lowering of IUC on Idea's EBITDA?
So we are expecting an impact in the range of 300 to 350 crores, and we are over the next 6 months on EBITDA. But we are working hard to be able to reduce this impact by improving outgoing percentage.
Just to check, 350 crores for 6 months, right?
That's right.
And so this is the 4th consecutive quarter where you have reported a loss. So has this is this bottomed out, or can we expect more further losses going forward for the company?
So quarter 2 is a weak quarter for us. We've lost subscribers in quarter 2. The market repair process has started with some of the operators deciding to exit or reduce their presence. And with this, we are now started to see return of subscribers. So as the subscribers return, its impact on revenue and subsequently EBITDA will be seen in future quarters.
Okay. Mr. Kapania, we wish you all the best for all that and more. Thanks much for taking the time out and speaking with us at Bloomberg Quint today.